that I've noticed that are broken in Battlefield 5. Now, if you see this particular type of plane, drop in support plane. Here's a few things you might not know about this plane. There's a specialization that it can get, which is paradrop. It is currently broken right now. The reason why it's broken is no one can spawn in to your bomber as of currently right now. Even with this particular seat, I literally need to land in order to have someone get into this particular bomber. But that is not the same case for this one. It does not have another seat. It is currently an only one that can actually hold one person. As you can see, 1 out of 1 seat. However, this is 1 out of 1 seat. Why does it say that? I still have yet to know. As there is a seat for the back, there's a seat below me. That is 3 seats as of now. But because of that 1 out of 1 seat for this particular plane, it causes this and this to be broken, as it is an only 1 of 1 seater, meaning it can only have 1 driver, no passengers. As of right now, we're still waiting for this update to have this particular plane to be fixed. As of now, do not put any points into this, and do not put any points into that. Another quick tip, don't put any points into that, or you will be wasting your time, as emergency repairs are only repairing a broken wing or engine or turret. As of now, I have never seen a turret get broken in midair. And honestly, the engines, all it does is make you slow down faster so you can actually get the people off your butt faster. So honestly, I don't see any particular reason why you would have that upgrade. The only thing I can see of now is going straight for this tree or to that. That is the only thing I can see that can even be beneficial at all to any of your teammates. But as of now, that plane is basically the same plane as this one, except this one, as you can see, 3 of 3. People can spawn in on this particular plane because it has 3 seats. It seems like only people can spawn in on you is if it has 3 seats or more, but they will only take 1 seat. However, if someone changes the seats, they can now spawn in on the bottom turret again. The bottom turret is the only turret that people can spawn in on, as of now. Why? I don't know. And the same goes for that. There's no reason to have that. Now, unless you're just happening to... Yeah, actually, honestly, I'm just going to say it's either go down that tree and then go for that, or go down this tree and get that. That do not even go through that middle. You're just going to screw yourself over faster than just about anything. Another thing that I've found that's broken is tanks. The overall tanks. Like this tank, for example. You may have noticed that literally anywhere you hit this thing, it still would be like hitting it from the front. While other tanks, like the Alliance tank, which if you hit this son of a gun anywhere, if you hit it here, it blocks just like any other tank. Now, however, if you hit it here, it's a lot weaker than the German tank, which seems a bit unbalanced right now. Same for the rear end, even though this is the heavy tank for the opposite side. I've even noticed that the AA just seems to be lacking when it comes to certain situations. Once you go this upgrade, that one right there, it seems to not hurt planes as much as you think. Like, I literally attacked a plane that was in the air, and yet when I didn't have this upgrade, I was tearing other vehicles up and I was damaging bombers and getting points for it. However, once I went this, it seems like I'm taking bombers down, but not receiving any points for them. Which is quite weird if you ask me. And another thing I've also noticed, I want you to try to guess. And if you guessed it, well, I think you're probably right. Just about all the tanks are just about broken in all manners. Like this is supposed to be the lightest tank that they even get. It's supposed to be faster than this, and possibly even that one. The Valentine is supposed to be faster in all terrain. However, you might notice it's not. Because this is an infantry tank. It's supposed to haul people in while even providing protection. It's supposed to be fast, agile, but it's not like it's the other side, which is literally this one. The Panzer 38T. The 38T is the fastest tank as of now. It is faster than anything, it maneuvers fast, and even bigger plus is, it doesn't have a turn on the top. Meaning, there's a guy that can be in that window shooting, there's a guy there shooting, and then there's a guy here shooting. However, the only downside is, it cannot defend itself from the rear. The rear is the weakest part of this tank. However, the sides and the fronts are actually the strongest. They're equally strong. But as now, the balancing right now is kind of off. But there's really nothing we can do with now. There's another thing that's broken, which is the in-game credits, which show the actual in-game stats of what you've done, how much XP, what you gotta do to get to the next rank. All of that is still broken. It literally goes into a loading screen, which should not happen. It seems like a coding error. I don't understand why. Now, there's been a few things that have been told that can be broken, which is actually, surprisingly enough, the support role. As you can see, it says support, but as you may notice, it never says on anything. As you can see, anything on here, what role, what weapon, nothing. I get it, you gotta have that particular weapon to get these, but still, you should be allowed to use any weapons as long as it's actually doing the kills and everything. That's just my opinion. But as of now, I like the way it is. However, there's a few objectives I kinda wish they would kinda remove. Like, I wish you only had to complete 2 of those. I mean, who wants to waste their time trying to do, I don't know, let's say, the supports kill 4 enemies in a life? Yeah, that's a bit of a butthole to do, but to some, that's more challenging than others. Like, I have a friend that's literally, you can say, is, challenged. And having to do all 3 is more of a issue than, let's say, someone like us, like me. I could get these done on my own. Now him, he cannot. There's no chance in hell he's going to get 4 headshots in one life. He's not going to get 4 kills in one life. The luckiest he can get is possibly even probably 1 kill in one life. Possibly 2 if he's lucky. But that's only if the enemy is not paying attention. That's another thing that needs to be fixed. Like, it's probably going to take him maybe about a good month to get the last one done. Now, the fortification thing, yeah, he can get that done. The spotting, he can get that done. That's not a challenge at all. Now just getting something in one life, that's too hard for him. That should only be allowed in mastery rank. That should not even be in basic training. This is how the whole trees go. Once you hit level 5, I believe it's level 5. Either it's 5 or 10, I can't remember. It's been a good while. I just now started playing. I didn't realize I got these until maybe around level 12-ish. Now, however, these are supposed to be basic training. You're supposed to be doing basic stuff on these professions. This is not a mastery rank. There should not be getting so many kills in one life. That's too hard. That's not basic. That's more like a veteran of veterans of veterans who've been playing this non-stop. And another thing that I think could be broken is these loading screens. Like, look, I had just been in this less than 20 minutes ago, and it's still loaded like the other battlefields. As of yet, I don't know. Now, I would have to maybe say the thing that's broken. I'm probably going to have to say, let's see if you can guess it. I'm going to give you a hint. It's a support. If you guessed it, you're correct. It is actually these. They're broke. They're beyond broke. Why? The bipod. The bipod does not seem to like to work whenever you want it to. There are certain parts of the game that does not let the bipods itself to attach to the location you want. You actually have to prone down to get a perfect bipod. But if you want to do it onto a side of a building or something, good luck pulling that off. There's times where it doesn't even want to attach to the side of a building. There's times that, let's say you have to use it at all times. You want to use these, but you can't because the bipod does not work. It doesn't want to work. You want to attach it down and be able to use these weapons the correct way they were designed to be used, but you can't because the bipods are broken. I've been hearing so many complaints from other players that they're saying the bipods, the tanks, there's certain planes that are broken. Like, did you know Here, I'll give you an example. These type of planes are broke. The AA just can't hurt them. It's like trying to hurt a bomber that's not even moving. The bombers in this game are broken, but this is beyond broke. Why are these planes so tanky? It's like they just literally put as much bullet-resistant coating on these things as much as possible. It's like putting modern technology on these things that literally cause bullets to ricochet off of them. For no reason at all. It's mainly because as soon as they're diving, the bullets ricochet off the plane in every damn direction. Why? Why is that? And another thing is, why do the Alliance have planes like, let's say, this? Why is this particular bomber, this is supposed to be the other side's like little, you know, plane that can actually do the same thing as this plane? Why? It makes the same sound for no reason whatsoever. Then again, this is Battlefield. It just came out. But of now, they've got more problems than they need to get done now. They got until December 4th, which is their next update. As you can tell. If I do this, see? December 6th. Here's another one. December 4th. They got all of these issues. And there's another one. They got all this update they're planning on doing. And yet they got so much broken stuff right now. I highly doubt they'll even get this out before it's even properly fixed. They need to get it fixed. It needs to happen. And I'm pretty sure everybody can agree. There's been jokes going around that are saying stuff like this. They're saying the best way to kill a tank is by sneezing on it. Because the beta tanks, let's just say if I rolled this down an alley, it took approximately about 15 RPGs to take it down in any direction. Because there's just too many players, little space, because these maps are not bigger than Battlefield 1. They're smaller. Some could say it's smaller than Battlefield 4. They're about the size of maybe... If you were to go to Battlefield 1 in the desert area, the maps are about the size of maybe all the objectives in the all the way north, where the caverns are. You know, the 3 objectives are just going down the hill, like going up and down. Oh wait, I think there's 2, which I believe it's C and D. I think it's C and D. That's about the size of this whole game. These tanks aren't going to be able to last long because people are dying before they even get out of the objective, out of their spawn points. These planes are getting shot down before, let's say, this particular guy happens to be out in the field with, let's say, another one of his buddies. This plane ain't gonna live. It ain't gonna live. This plane ain't gonna live. This plane ain't gonna live. Because they're getting shot down at a spawn. And then you get vehicles like this that tear these vehicles in half. They're literally just destroying them. Because just one bomb run with that can destroy... I'm going to have to say my highest kill streak with this. I'm going to have to say I'm probably on the world's record of the highest so far. It was the Snowy Mountain on E. I've literally killed 31 players at one time. One swoop killed every single one of them. They all went back to spawn except for one. But that's because he was already at spawn because he just died. I'm more holding the world's record for the highest streak right now. I ain't got video of it because who the hell keeps video of this shit? I can't just be automatically just popping up a video and doing this. Because of now, my internet's not as good as capable as it used to be for some weird reason. It seems like the longer I have my internet, the slower it gets. Up. I used to be able to play Battlefield while streaming. Now I can't. I gotta play single player games to stream. That's why I haven't been able to release any type of content as of now. I've been having problems with internet, in case any of my viewers been wondering. Or in case any other new viewers that haven't been able to notice this until future reference. And as of now, they've got a lot of fix. They got a lot of fixing to do. This ain't like what Neebs said. Neebs Gaming. You know how they say, if it's broke, don't fix it. This, I'm going to have to say, if it is broke, fix it now. That's what we're all saying. I'm talking to so many people. I'm going to have to say 98% of it is because of the tanks. They're complaining about the tanks. I'm talking about 98% of them is talking about the tanks, but that's because I'm asking everyone as I'm going along to see what they hate about the game. As of now, this is basically what they're saying. The tanks are too squishy. I dislike how we can't spot people anymore. I hate the fact that planes get shot down at spawn. And another thing is the bipods. Those are the 4 main issues right now. And some have even said they're noticing lag across the servers. Like little rubber bands, like you're running, but they're rubber banding like little every so often. Like if you ever stop, go back to the spawn, look in the air, and watch the planes fly by. You've noticed they're not flying very smoothly. They're kind of when they turn, it's more of they're moving forward, rubber banding back, and then turning a more bigger circle. That's what a lot of people are seeing. And yet they don't sit back and actually stop to look. As of now, these are the main issues. The biggest issue is this. I've just wasted so much credits to get this, to help my teammates get into areas they usually couldn't be able to do. And yet, it does not work. Because of the seating arrangements. As soon as you have this, it should say 2 of 2. It starts out with a gun on the back. You can see this little thing right back here. That little gun right there. That is the first gun you get on that. It should say 2 of 2 seats. Not 1 of 1. And then when I get this, it shouldn't say 1 of 1. It should say 3 of 3. Why is it not saying the correct things? And the worst part is, this bomber is so goddamn OP, it tears anything that gets on its ass. Like this turn under here, and the turn up top. It just destroys people. And then once you get these upgrades the way I went, you're not dying at all. You're never gonna die. This gun is just basically to help this tank destroy anything it gets in front of it. Like, it takes me less than 3 whole seconds just to destroy. Just to destroy any plane in the air. Give me 3 whole seconds and I just let me roll up behind you, and I want you to count how fast it takes you down. I want you to go straight in a line. I want to go straight in a line to make it actually a little bit more precise. I just want to actually say how bad it is. Basically, as we're going straight, let's just say that's all the bullets hitting you. 3 whole seconds. I want you to start counting as soon as that thing starts lighting you up. Even though this is supposed to be effective against infantry, it takes bombers down in less than 3 whole seconds. This is unbalanced. Unbalanced. This is Battlefield. And yet, I love it, and I won't stop playing it. And yes, if you guys are wondering, if anybody who's new here, watch his videos. He will explain to you how to be any good at your class. Like, if you ever get a crate and you see it on the ground, interact with it. Don't sit back and run past. If you're a medic, don't run past someone when you could revive them. Because you know why? I level up faster just by reviving than killing. Because killing gives you 100 XP. Headshots give you about 100, maybe more. But reviving gives you 200 points each time. And it's about faster than the buddy system. It's about I'm gonna have to say a 75% faster than the buddy system. It takes you 2 seconds. While it takes, in buddy, 6 seconds. That 6 seconds can mean a lot. That 4 seconds in between you and your medic is a lot better. Trust me. And this is I Love DA 261, and I will see you on the battlefield. Goodbye.